Right, this is my rant for the week. Every now and then I read something that makes me a little bit angry. Um, this week it concerned the release of Halloween Kills, the latest instalment in the Halloween franchise. Been looking forward to this for a long time. It looks great. The last one in 2018 was really well done. It was a reinvention of the original John Carpenter 1978 version. I thought it was really good. And obviously, Halloween Kills has been put back quite a few times due to that thing that's been going on for the last 2 years that I don't even want to say its name. Um, and I read this week that it's been released to critics to have a watch of. And they've not exactly been very kind to it. Now, my point is this. What exactly gives these people the right to tear apart a person's work the way that they were doing with this? I mean, I wouldn't even call them reviews. I just chat about films and I'll tell you what I think of them. I don't feel the need to be horrible or spiteful. If I don't like a film, I'll tell you why I didn't like it. It's no reflection on the filmmaker, on the cast or the crew or anything like that. It's probably just not to my taste. An example would be, you've heard this before, the work of Ben Wheatley, who is a brilliant filmmaker. He makes low budget movies that look absolutely brilliant. He pushes the boundaries. I just personally am not keen on the levels of violence in his film, but that doesn't take anything away from the actual end product. A lot of people love his films. I like them. I just have to keep turning the sound down, and that's my little thing with Ben Wheatley. But as I say, it's not a reflection on him, and I would never, actively say that I think his films are crap, because they absolutely are not. But these people were talking about Halloween Kills, and they were basically being very spiteful about it. The plot makes little or no sense. The acting is crap. They've brought back all of these people that were in the original for no reason whatsoever. It was awful. And I just think, is there really any need for that? Somebody asked me this week, do you do reviews like that on your website, or on your YouTube channel? Absolutely bloody not. No way. Absolutely not. That's not my style. I will just tell you why I didn't like a film, and that's the end of it. But yeah, that's my rant for this week. Critics, I know they've got a job to do, and I know they're supposed to inform you of what they think of it and this, that and the other, but does it really have to be so nasty? I don't think so. They make a living at it. How they sleep at night sometimes, I don't know. But there you go, that's my rant for the week. I'm sure I'll think of something else to moan about next week. Right, this is a new segment. Every now and then I see a film, I watch it, and I want to talk about it, but I know for a fact I'm not going to be able to say very much about it. It's just basically a segment for very quick reviews, probably under a minute, where I'll tell you what I've watched, what I thought of it, and that's pretty much it. As I say, there are certain movies out there that I just can't talk about for hours on end. So we'll start with one that I watched last night called R Point. R Point is an island 150 miles south of Ho Chi Minh City. The movie is set in Vietnam, the dying days of the Vietnam War, 1972. A platoon has received distress signals from a scouting party that was sent to R Point. They're screaming for help, so they send out another party to find them and bring them home, or if they're dead, bring their dog tags home. It's a cracking movie. I've never seen anything quite like this. The only way I can describe it is one critic described it as Blair Witch meets Full Metal Jacket, and that is about right. It's got very supernatural overtones. It definitely belongs in the Asia Extreme bracket. The violence isn't nasty, not really bad as some of the ones that I've seen in the past, but it is quite violent. The story is amazing though. It's a real slow burner. You have to get through about the first 40-45 minutes before you get the idea of exactly where it's going. But once you get there, it is riveting. Um, it's just a good. If you like your films, especially the Asian films, with a real unsettling, unnerving quality about them, I think Our Point is a very, very good place to start. So, yeah, it's well worth it. It's well acted. It is subtitled, and some of the subtitles are a little bit fast. But if you pay attention, you'll be all right. But yeah, I would definitely give that a 10 out of 10. That's Our Point. And I think you'll find that on DVD. I don't think it's available on Blu-ray, which is a shame because it would look stunning in high def with the Vietnam settings and this, that, and the other. But as a kind of a ghost story with very, very violent scenes, yeah, you won't go too far wrong with Our Point. So I'd recommend that one wholeheartedly. 10 out of 10. The next one is one called The Man Who Killed Hitler and Then the Bigfoot. Oh, blimey, where to start with this one? I went into it completely blind. I found it on Film 4. I wasn't really sure what I was expecting. From the title, I was expecting some kind of a spoof comedy type thing, but it wasn't. It was actually quite a serious drama. It involves an old geezer who, during the war, led a mission to assassinate Hitler in his bunker, which he succeeded in doing. You've got to suspend disbelief with this, by the way. Don't go by history on this one. And then years later, the government contact him to go and kill Bigfoot, which is apparently carrying some kind of world-destroying plague around with it. Yeah. It was really well done. You've got Sam Elliott playing the lead role. A few other stars in there, nobody major as I remember. As I say, the film is really well done. It's actually more of a drama than anything else. But yeah, I'd recommend it. It's one of those movies that, again, it's another slow burner. But I think it's well worth a watch. I think a lot of people would find it what you would probably class as boring. And I have to confess, I did have to take 5 minutes away from it about halfway through. But yeah, I'd recommend it. It's all right. It's not one I'd ever watch again, but yeah, worth a look if you get the chance to watch it. I believe it's on Film 4 quite regularly, so that's where you'll find that one. That's called The Man Who Killed Hitler and Then the Bigfoot. And take no notice of the title. The title is a lot stupider than the actual film. And finally, we've got Annabelle Comes Home. Now, as you know, I love my horror films. The Annabelle Comes Home is, I believe, part of the Conjuring universe. Every film nowadays has to be part of some kind of a universe. But The Conjuring I thought was great. The Conjuring 2 was superb. The Nun I haven't seen, and I've seen the first two Annabelles. The first one was excellent. The second one was mediocre. Watched this one last night, Annabelle Comes Home. Can't say it actually did an awful lot for me. There are loads of jump scares in there. I mean, if you like that kind of thing, you're going to be in heaven. It's because it's brilliant, and I was jumping out of my seat every bloody 10 minutes or so. I just get the feeling they've taken it about as far as it could possibly go with the Annabelle doll, but I might be wrong. There could be another one on the way yet. But it's worth a look if you like horror movies and things that make you jump every 5 minutes. I did enjoy it, but I just didn't get much out of it the way that I did from The Conjuring. I thought that was really, really well done, really excellent. But Annabelle Comes Home, I'd probably give it about a 6 out of 10. But yeah, it's well done. It's nicely acted and all that sort of thing. It's just personally not for me. But I'm sure if you're a horror fan, you will enjoy it. I mean, that's my quick reviews for this week. Let me know what you think on this, whether it's working or not. Like I say, there are just certain films that I can't think of very much to say, apart from I watched it and I thought it was good or I didn't like it. So let me know what you think anyway. Right, that's it for this weekend, folks. Thanks ever so much for joining me. Thanks, Chris, for the video on Close Encounters. You've definitely sold me on getting a fresh copy of that. I have got it on 4K already on a box set, but I wouldn't mind the one that you've got, definitely. I think that will be my first purchase when I do actually get myself a 4K setup, which is going to be probably sometime next year. So looking forward to that. Also looking forward to the tour of your little man cave. I don't have a man cave, so I have to lust after everybody else's. Oh dear. I'll get that sorted. I must get that sorted. So right, I hope you've had a good weekend, folks, and I will join you all again next weekend with a fresh crop of stuff that I've bought. I keep threatening not to buy anything at all this week, but is it going to happen? I don't think so. Have a good week, folks, and I will talk to you all again next weekend. Again, thanks for joining me, and if you've enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up and also subscribe. That would be brilliant, and like and comment, that would also be good. Talk to you all again next weekend, folks. Bye bye.